One of the biggest questions people ask after losing someone is, if souls reincarnate, does that mean that they're gone forever? If they already started a new life, can they hear us? Can they still be with us? Hey guys, it's Kiwan. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and being here. I appreciate it so much. And in today's video, I want to talk about a spiritual perspective that has brought comfort to many people, including me. Like, life after death, returning back to your essence. So let's get right back into it. Now, nobody can prove what actually happens after death. Different religions, spiritual traditions have different beliefs, but one idea that keeps showing up across many teachings is that love doesn't end when physical life ends. So let's talk about even if a loved one reincarnates, a part of that connection still remains. Now, my first point here is the soul is bigger than we think. We are multi-dimensional beings. As we, hit a different frequency, we do not experience time as, our human form and like in this physical life does. We think in terms of the past, present, and future. The soul exists beyond that. What if reincarnation isn't as simple as leaving one place and showing up somewhere else? From this perspective, a loved one could begin a new journey while the essence of who they are still remain connected to the people that they love. My second point here is that love creates a lasting connection. Think about someone you deeply love. Even if they're not physically present, the impact that they had on your life still exists. Their lessons, their energy, the memories that they left behind, they still continue shaping you. Soul connections doesn't disappear. They evolve. Love becomes a bridge that stretches beyond one lifetime. My third point here is that energy transforms. It doesn't disappear. Science tells us energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. Spiritually, many people apply the same thing to relationships. The form changes, but the connection still remains. And maybe that's why people feel closer to a loved one after many years. And it's not because they're refusing to let go, but because love itself leaves an imprint. Now, my fourth point is signs, dreams, and synchronicities. Many people report experiencing vivid dreams, repeated numbers, songs, animals, or unexpected moments that remind them of who the person that they love. Some view these as a coincidence. Others view them as communication. Now, what I think is most important is how those experiences make us feel. Like, what do we feel from those? If a moment brings comfort, healing, or reminds you that you're loved, there's value in that experience. Now, my fifth point here is, what if they reincarnate? Here's where things get interesting. What if a loved one has already reincarnated? Reincarnation does not erase love. It doesn't erase the soul bond. Instead, the connection continues in a different way. The person may be on a new journey, but the love you shared still exists. The lessons remain, the connection remains, and the impact remains. Like for me, this isn't about proving anything. It's about recognizing that love feels bigger than physical reality sometimes. I don't believe we need all the answers to appreciate the connection that we shared with someone. Drink your water. Whether you believe in reincarnation, heaven, spirit guides, or simply the power of one memory, one thing seems universal, and that is love leaves a mark. And maybe that's the message. Even if a loved one does reincarnate, the connection you share doesn't have to end. It may simply transform into something new. I also wanted to add this in. You do not have to rush or bypass your grief. Feel what you need to feel, process what you need to process, and just remember, you're human. We're in this human experience, so we're allowed to let our emotions express themselves. So don't forget that too. You're able to feel. I love you. And they love you too. If you resonated and want to join the Kiwis, you're welcome here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever felt a presence of someone after they passed? I'd love to hear your experience. Stay tuned. Sometimes the most healing thing isn't knowing exactly where they are. It's knowing that the love didn't disappear and that they're okay wherever they are.